Black Ops 6's Omnimovement is the hot topic right now. Everybody's talking about it, and everybody wants to know how it's going to affect Warzone's integration with Black Ops 6. But first of all, I kind of want to talk about the basic fundamentals about Black Ops 6's Omnimovement. What does Omnimovement bring to the table, and how does it affect every player? Well, I'm going to talk about it today, and I'm going to talk about how it is going to affect the Black Ops 6 integration. First of all, Omnimovement is something that has been kind of new to the Warzone scene and definitely the Call of Duty scene, and something that is probably going to shake up a lot of things in the near future. You're going to start seeing a lot of clips on the likes of TikTok. You're also going to see a lot of YouTube guides on how to master Omnimovement and how to get better at it. Now, Omnimovement is something that's, Omni. It's great. You can run backwards, you can slide cancel backwards, you can dive backwards, you can always mantle backwards, but you could do a lot of things sideways, backwards, front, back, and you can actually see the other opposition using it. Now, when it first got announced, the one big question was, is it going to be too hard? Is it going to get to me absolutely owned in every single game? Now, as a streamer, as someone that plays Warzone every single day, I'll be honest with you, I got asked that question quite frequently. A lot of people are rightfully worried. Is Call of Duty going in a direction that they didn't want to see? Is it going in a direction of where it's catering to the sweaty players, and do the casual players get a fair, get any advantage? Are they going to be on fair playing ground? Well, I think Omnimovement has come at a nice surprise. I've been, obviously, this game, as of recording, it's the 27th of October. The game has been out for 3 to 4 days round about now, and we have had a lot of gameplay and a lot of time to play with it, and a lot of people have had a lot of chance over the weekend as well. Now, I have been streaming every single day since it came out. Obviously, I'm away for a couple of days at the moment, but a lot of people have been coming into my chat and saying, I can't believe how easy it is to pick up. I can't believe how much it's changed my gameplay. I can't believe how much it's made me a better player. And I just want to give props to 𝗖𝗱𝗙𝗙, first of all, for making a very bold claim of Omnimovement and really trying to cater to a new audience, but also trying to keep the existing audience happy at the same time. They have done something which a lot of games cannot do, really. Frankly, they're trying to change the scope of how their game's going to be played. And as we go in the future with the next Call of Duties, I'd imagine that Omnimovement is going to be even more advanced, to the point where, we're going to see some mad stuff, maybe wall jumping, I don't know. Who knows, right? Now, I've had a chance to play with it for, a good 30 hours since the game's been released. And I can safely say that, one, I do think it's going to change Warzone and how the future of Call of Duty plays. But two, not in a scary way. A lot of people kind of get really scared about the fact that, including myself, that is it going to play like Call of Duty? And ultimately, at the end of the day, we play Call of Duty because it is Call of Duty. It's an arcade shooter. We all love and enjoy it. And we don't want to have to master 1,000,001 different things. And we want to be able to compete still. We want to be able to come in and drop some wins every now and then with your mates, with your friends. And ultimately, that is exactly what we all want to do. Now, to me, I don't feel as scared going into the Warzone integration. If you ask me maybe about 3-4 months ago, I was a little nervous. Don't get me wrong. I was quite scared. I thought it was quite daunting. The one thing I would say about Omnimovement is that I kind of wish they didn't label it as Omnimovement. I kind of wish they didn't even talk about it. It seemed like it was a big label for this game, and that it was the very standout point out on, oh my god, Omnimovement is it, this is the one. And I think it kind of put an aura around it that it was just going to be a bit overcomplicated. In reality, it's complete opposite. And if you have watched my recent, one of my recent videos about settings, you'll be able to set it up to the point of where most of the game does the job for you. Now, moving into the Warzone side of things, we have a big integration that's going to be happening around mid-November. Again, leaks and rumors. It's November the 14th, but it could be a completely different day. So even if it is in around that time, we have got obviously an integration that's happening in and around that time. What will that mean? It will mean, one of two things. Well, it means two things in general. The integration is one, removing backpacks, which I will be touching on when the integration happens. But also Omnimovement will be added into 𝗖𝗱𝗙𝗏, Rebirth Island, Area 99, Fortune's Keep, and any other maps that they decide to keep or add. And what it will mean for Warzone, well, in regards to gunfights, not much. Now, multiplayer is obviously very close quarters. All the maps are very tiny. Obviously, off your own opinions, some people like them, some people don't. I find some of the multiplayer maps are great. Some of them are really bad. But, that's multiplayer, right? That's always going to happen. You're not going to like every single map. But the one thing that stands out with multiplayer is that every map is absolutely tiny, which means that all those tight corners, those really hard peaks, Omnimovement is going to be used a lot more. Whereas Warzone, when you're in open areas, you're not going to be noticing a lot of people going to be, going to be abusing, I guess, or using the Omnimovement. Now, what I would say, there's going to be two things in general where I think it's going to be standing out the most. First of all is escaping and engaging gunfights. Now, if you guys have watched the likes of Rank Play or World Series of Warzone or any custom tournament or in general just any sort of high level Warzone, a lot of those players, including pros, they engage fights in very different ways. And I think there's going to be a lot of different ways that Omnimovement is going to allow us to engage gunfights. Some people might, use a smoke and maybe dolphin dive out of it or dolphin dive into smokes, and it will make the fights engagement a little bit more in depth. So you're gonna see maybe some pros here and there gonna be trying some some weird but wonderful stuff, and then it's gonna some people are gonna try it, different people are gonna try it and it might become the norm. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of different things that I think are gonna change the way you engage fights and the way you escape fights. Your teammates have just died, you're last guy alive, and you need to run away from a fight. You need to disengage. You throw a smoke down, or you pop a stim, and you're running away. You're dolphin diving around corners. You're sprinting through doors, but you're side sprinting. That is where you're going to notice Omnimovement the most. You're not going to notice it in the open. You're not going to notice it where you're just chilling in a bush and you're going to see some random person running by you. You're not going to notice Omnimovement there. But what you will see a lot of is you'll see a lot of people maybe running backwards while ADSing and firing. I think it's going to be a very big part where, people strafe side to side right now. That's kind of the meta, in my opinion. You may jump in the air, you may drop shot. I think there's going to be a new one in there where people are going to be running backwards while ADS and actually shooting people. I think that's going to be added to the mix to kind of give that extra layer to the game. Again, what I would say going into the integration, I don't think it's going to be daunting. I don't think it's going to change absolutely everything. I think it's just going to give a lot of people a breath of fresh air, something else to learn. When Warzone 2020 or 2019, whatever you want to call it, came out originally, not many people knew how to play the game, but after about 6 to 12 months, a lot of people started catching on 𝗖cie cancelling, being the meta, and then, as the pros started displaying it on streams, everybody else started using it, and then it just became, loads of people started learning 𝗖cie cancelling and trying to master it. 𝗖cie cancelling doesn't really exist in Black Ops 6, so you're not going to see that used a lot. So what I would say is when we're going into the new Warzone integration, I think it's going to be more fresh and it's going to be a very different breath of fresh air in regards to a lot of people are going to be learning different mechanics. What will that do? Well, I think it's going to make the lobbies a lot less sweaty. Don't get me wrong, you're going to have the odd person here or there is going to be absolutely cracked and going to be doing absolutely amazing stuff. But you will see the odd person here and there not using the mechanics. You're going to be seeing, people that are not really knowing what to go on, trying to learn it. Where's the best situations to learn it? And I think that's probably one of the most exciting things about the integration going into Warzone, that it will be fresh, it will be new, it'll be something different, and it's going to be something that, like myself, I'm excited to see and how I develop in the game, and also how much Omnimovement develops in the title as well. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I have got a couple more minutes left of this game. It was a sweaty public match that myself, Benny, Gar, and quicker were doing. And, you know, you guys will have to see the outcome of it. It was a pretty high kill game. And it was just very sweaty. So I'll leave the rest of the game playing in the background. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you all real soon. Peace, guys. Bye-bye. One more guy on the point. Dawdy.
Decoys, mate. Horrible.
Hey, these guys are passionate.
So I'm saying these are coming like non-stop. And the worst spawns ever as well.
Yeah, I think that they are playing for this dub. All right, come on, boys.
I've been trying this whole time, Ben.
Yeah, same. But they're like stacked.
These killers called on camping. We know don't be that.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Just get through this hill and we'll be fine.
Where's hill 2? Right, here we go. Let's lock this down early. We've got to take all 60.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure. Enemy UAV inbound.
Hostile sniper.
We got.
Free them on the right, free them on the right, free them on the right. There's loads of them on the right.
I'm watching our flank.
Look where we just spawned.
Oh no, they're on the point.
There's them on the point. One more.
Oh, they've got good spawns because we all pushed out.
Yeah, I don't understand. We all pushed away from the point.
Let me show you. That's alright.
See them on point. Good name.
Naded them off.
Go flush. Got a trophy out. Let's go.
Mate, that
Another guy back of the thingy.
Flashbangs last too long.
Oh, he's got a bloody mortar strike or something on the point.
I'm off the point.
Wow.
I died.
Wait, what is that? Weak.
Oh.
Test it for 2. Have we got it? Have they won? Oh, they're on next point. They're on next point.
Hardpoint is down.
GG's.
Wow.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Oh my word, that was sweaty.